Jessica, your time starts now.
I gave you that second because you noticed something, right? I mean, don't worry, I do it too. Maybe it was my hair, my tats, my peplum. What's important to understand is that I write a story about you as well. When we talk about making judgments and assumptions, most of us have been trained that we are never, ever, 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 ever supposed to make judgments and assumptions. And then we catch ourselves doing it and we feel terrible. We may feel guilty or ashamed or maybe proud, I don't know. But what I think is really important to understand is that we make judgments and assumptions for really good reasons. We do it so we feel safe. We do it so we feel prepared. What matters is what we do with the judgments and assumptions, not making them in the first place. When we were packing to come here, some of us stared in the abyss of an empty suitcase, and we had to pick and choose what we were going to pack so that we could write the story so that other people that we have no control over at all would write a story about us and go, man, she is successful. Look, she is wearing sequins during the daytime. Whoa! Baller, right? Like, we did this. Every single one of us was like, oh, I can't bring that. I wore that last year. Like, we remember what state we're in, right? It's fine. Now, I say that because the judgments and assumptions that we make, like I said, is to feel safe and prepared. It's to pick and choose which bits and pieces of us are we going to put out there so that you can write a story about me. More importantly, since I have general control over myself at least 60% of the time, it's what story I'm writing about you. When we talk about what matters, what's important is what we do with that actual story. It's not don't write a story. It's recognize you do. And when you write that story, what I ask you to do, what I implore you to do, what I remind myself to do, is to print that story as a draft, like triple space with extra wide margins. You do that because you're anticipating edits. If we could write a story about one another, here, our barista, a cab driver, people in our family, our clients, our customers, our partners, if we could write a story anticipating edits, then what we're doing is we're engaging with someone in a genuine, curious way. Genuine curiosity is seeking new information so that my story can become more accurate. That's really key. I bring this to you because this is why people have to come out, is that people have written a story and it doesn't fit your story, your truth. So you have to come out. One of the things that I struggle with coming out all the time, and I'm going to do this, are you ready? I'm a Texan. I know. You would think that would have been the easy one, but no. But now, the reason why I bring that up is that there are spaces where being a Texan gets me points. Possibly that space. There are other times where being a Texan gives me this face. You mean it's a state, you know that, right? And it's not Austin. I'm from Plano, Texas. Right. Now, the reason why I bring this up is that whatever story you wrote about me, being a Texan likely was not part of that story. What I ask us to do is to pay attention, take responsibility for the story you write. Leave room for edits. As we walk these halls, as we read Facebook, as we interact with one another, interact with each other with a genuine sense of curiosity. Some of the time would be better than never. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how to matter. Thank you.
Jessica Pettitt!